Is it over? Was Elon Musk's prediction of civil war snuffed out by this demonstration of civil peace? This morning, the boards came off the shops in Walthamstow. They weren't needed, thanks to a community that came out to send a message.
Walthamstow especially is like a very big, diverse community. When I walk through here, it feels like a majority brown place. So it's nice that everyone comes together, and I didn't think for a second that the EDL were going to stand a chance against everyone.
All we need is peace, work, and well-being of our families, not to go around and do whatever.
Like destroy everything. It's not going to change nothing.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It upsets you?
Yes, of course. I have kids, I have children. I'm living in this boroughs for 20 years. I don't want any trouble.
Far-right protesters may have turned up to places like Walthamstow, seen the number of counter-protesters and simply turned back. It's also possible that with so many events organised, they'd spread themselves too thin, and the police believe with over 400 arrests, they depleted the numbers of key agitators. And there was another message that may have influenced, not just arrests, but also lengthy prison sentences handed down for violence. Police in London made more arrests Thursday morning, the Met Commissioner joining the dawn raids.
These are criminal thugs. Any suggestion they're patriots or they've got a cause that they're protesting about is nonsense. They're criminals, and frankly, most of them are going to be charged with violent disorder, and most of them are going to be going to prison for a few years.
On a visit to a mosque in the West Midlands, the Prime Minister said police remain prepared for further trouble.
Last night was much better than was expected, but we are not going to give up on our efforts here. That's why it's very important that I continue my discussions, coordinating with law enforcement, with police leaders.
Chats on Telegram summed up the mood among the far right. Where are all the protesters? All I see are counter-protesters, bemoans one. Someone says the 35-city demonstration list was a failure. It mobilised the enemies more than the natives. Another says stuff really needs to be arranged offline in secret.
Let's not pretend that it was completely organised activity. I think we're seeing in the convictions people that have been wrapped up in this violent disorder that even in front of the court cannot for the life of themselves explain why they got involved.
In certain groups, the anger that fuelled the riots hasn't gone. In Portsmouth on Wednesday night, a small number of anti-migrant protesters came, not to be violent, they said, but because they wanted their voices heard.
We're not here to cause trouble, which is why we're happy to stand here and speak to you. If it kicks off, it kicks off. Watch us kick off.
Start listening to the English!
This group then decided to block traffic on a trunk road.
Save our kids!
But riot police were called in, and in these numbers, they were easy enough to control. Police say more protests are planned this weekend, and 6,000 trained riot officers remain on standby. The planned midweek night of chaos didn't work, but rioters are impulsive, and alcohol-fuelled hot summer nights can be more potent than plans made on the internet. We can't assume this is over.
Save our country! Yeah?
Jason Farrell, Sky News.